Hi, I'm Mayhemstar and welcome back to Pocket Mirror. So starting here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play through and try and get the second ending or the other true ending. Just simply by letting Enjel get to the Pocket Mirror before we do. When we drop it and we chase after it. So we'll have to go through this whole chase sequence again. And so the Pocket Mirror leaves us now. We can't get to that Pocket Mirror first. Enjel has to get there first. I'm quite certain that's the case. He's gonna go grab it first before us. I finally got it. It's mine. Ooh, that's the first time we get to see her eyebrows. That's pretty cool. Enjel, give it back. Give it back? What did you ever do to deserve this toy of yours, I finally attained freedom. Give me back my pocket mirror. That doesn't belong to you. Oh, it does now. Can't you see? I'm finally free. As for you... Look at yourself. What have you gotten out of your righteous journey? You're happy you got to meet them? None of them cared for you. Enjel, how can you be so blind? You've never even been... What? No. My pocket mirror. It came back to me. No, they didn't actually say that. No, this can't be happening. Where are you? What do you mean, where are you? Oh, I see. What is the meaning of this, you wretched fiend? Enjel, shut up. I had it. I had the mirror. How can this be? Enjel, calm down. No, I don't want to shatter. Help me. Don't just stand there, help me. Please help me. Enjel, please, I don't want to... Uh-huh. So, in that previous, what's his name? The previous ending, that mirror on our right stays formed and it accepts Enjel's scythe. So the fact that her regalia is a scythe just kind of refers back to the fact that she is the demon or death itself. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, so we've lost one mirror and all three are kind of still there. A golden framed mirror stands in the corner, perpetually reflecting its surroundings. The door is closed, its porcelain knob polished and shiny as can be. Medical report. Goldia difflugia. Birth date is 16th of the 7th, 1862. Country Austria. Date of admission 1878. Let's see, room 724, something 1343. Social status, heir of the Hellies, so she's definitely a princess of some sort. Family, discard? I'm not too sure what that says. Mother, one sibling, male, and father. Observations, I can't read that. Something scribbled. So I'm going down the scribbled section now. Lunacy, dementia, Dissociation. Ah, okay. That explains why she's got so many different all these personalities in whatever world she has been in is due to dissociation. Dementia. I can't read the word after dementia. I'm not too sure what that says. But she's definitely suffering from lunacy. That's quite sad, actually. Weekly report Monday, Thursday. Medication. So she might be in a psych ward. That's what I think. Or the 1800s version of a psych ward. I think that's kind of sad, honestly. And I think that's the work of the devil, right? The exchange made. Now, sorry, the exchange made with Elise. The devil made the kid psychotic or something, or lunatic. Oh, that's what it means by steal the identity. Oh, I see. So, in exchange for riches and such, Elise, the mother of the child, Goldia, gave away Goldia's identity to the demon, the Goat Shota, the playful thing that he is. And that caused Goldia to have an identity kind of pseudo-crisis, like a problem where she can't associate who she is. And so she has these she becomes a lunatic, essentially. Has dissociative disorders, and has dementia. She can't remember who she is because she doesn't have an identity anymore. And the Goat Shota, being the Goat Shota, being the playful demon that he is, decides that he's going to toy around with our clearly mentally ill MC. So that's very disturbing. That's actually a very disturbing kind of story, and I think that's awesome. Well, awesome in the sense that told in a fictional sense, I think that's awesome. I still want to see what this letter says. Wait. This letter, she got up from bed, yes? Was this letter featured in the first opening handful of sequences in the game, where the mother is like, hold your pocket mirror dear, or something like that? So she's been dreaming the entire time, I suspect. And the last handful of words that she received that she read was from her mother's letter, or from that letter that's under her bed. And, I can't get to that letter. I think that's a problem. I would love to read what's in it, just so it could be maybe clearer as to what the overall story is, where Elise is, you know what I mean? But I suspect Elise is dead because her face had been crossed out in those photos. So the family is definitely dead. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, family, deceased. I see. So it's underneath social status, right? Heir of the Elise, family, deceased. So I see, okay. The mother wishing for riches made themselves super rich, and they became heir to a particular and they became rich enough where the daughter could be considered an heir to the family's like estate or whatever it is. But in exchange, she has been damned. That's sad. That's really quite something, eh? What else is in this room? Let me just quickly check. That's it. That's really it. I think this is a great ending. This is a really subtle, tie to to everything that's been going on. So it comes full circle. That's really interesting. That's cool. Anything else here? No? I think that's it. Let's look at her design really quickly. I don't know if she actually wakes up from her lunacy and suddenly decides or suddenly discovers who she is. Maybe she had that whole adventure in her mind and she suddenly discovered, oh my god, my name is Goldia. I've been tormented by a demon goat. It's possible. I actually believe that's a possible theory. But you know, I'm now really looking forward to Little Goody Two Shoes. That'll be the next game coming out. It'll be the prequel to this game, Pocket Mirror, where it'll talk about Elise, I believe. While this credits is scrolling, I'm gonna talk about my I guess the issues that I have with the game. And when I say issues, once again, the less issues I have, it means the more I liked about the game. I don't like talking about all the good things because everyone knows what the good things look like. It's just a lot harder to... It's a lot easier for me to explain to you what the bad things are. Everything else is good. So straight away, repetition. I did not like how often the character... the character Goldia, MC, would keep referring to other characters' names over and over again. Oh, Lisette. Like every other text box has the other subject person's name in it. I'm like, oh my god. Maybe silence should be a tool used more often. You don't have to have a character talk or say a single word to make it seem like they're part of conversation. In fact, you could just keep them silent during the sections where another character is having a monologue. So that's the one thing I didn't like about it. The other thing I didn't like about it was how dark some of the maps are. Now I understand that's a stylistic choice. You know, sometimes I couldn't even find where the corners of certain dark chase sequence areas kind of were. Take for example the Lisette area. The Lisette area had a lot of dark corners and I didn't even know where to run, where to turn, where to go up, where to go down. That was painful. Had to try that multiple times. I'm not bothered by the save locations actually. I think they're quite well dispersed and they're well utilized in that sense. Then there's not too many of them, there's not too little of them. I quite like that. And I'm fully aware that Golden Near Trom or something like that is coming out sometime this month. Maybe, I think it's May 19th when I checked it on Steam. It's coming out on Steam. And I had a look at their art style, and yes, it looks a lot more vibrant, a lot more colorful. But having played the original game from 2016, which is this one here, the classic, now that they call it the classic Pocket Mirror, I don't like their art style. I don't like the new art style. I really don't. I feel that being too colorful doesn't really help. Not too colorful, being overly HD, high, how do I say? Is it high contrast? Where the colors are just extremely vibrant, just overly vibrant. This game here, as I'm looked at it, you know, well, this Pocket Mirror, the original one, the colors are a little bit more muted, but during the happy scenes, there's a lot of yellow used. There's a lot of bright white, bright yellow used. In the sadder scenes, they use a lot of grey tone and a grey filter. So it makes it really hard. It obscures the map a little bit, but from a thematic point of view, I really like that. So I'm not sure how they're going to apply color elements as a theme in the new Pocket Mirror, essentially. I don't know whether or not it will translate well into a more HD refined version, so to speak. That being said, I also don't really like the new character designs. I think they're too... How do I say? I'd rather they maintain their kind of 2013, 2014 kind of anime style. Because this game was made in 2016, right? It would take a couple of years for it to develop. And this kind of anime style was definitely a 2013, 2014 type of thing. As we progressed over the years of the past like 8 or 9 years, characters have definitely become more and more detailed in general. They've stopped having that really sharp chin, kind of. The round head, followed by sharp decline for the cheek, then the sharp decline for the chin. I prefer that kind of look. Now, if I'm not mistaken, We can very quickly check actually. So what they've done to her is they've flared out her hair a lot more. She looks kind of like a jellyfish now. And I don't really like that. Her eyes are too big, in my opinion, too far spaced apart. I prefer the original art. Even her pixel art has become a lot wider. Just the overall sprite shape, that's kind of what I meant, has also become wider. And I'm not too, not overly impressed by that. The one thing that I don't think we're seeing, let me check. Okay, so one thing that they do fix, as seen in the trailer, is definitely the contrast kind of problems that they had in the 2016 game. When they run through dark corridors, it's not so much like, it's a lot easier to see where the corners are. Whereas in the 2016 version, your character, MC, quite literally gets hidden away by the shadows in the corners. So trying to look for where that end point is to take a turn, or where that dead end is practically impossible. You'd have to run through it over and over again until you had it memorized by... You have to run chase sequences over and over again until you've had it memorized. So I think that's the one improvement I can see from this entire quote-unquote upgrade. Yeah, sorry. That's just what I believe. I believe that the 2016 art style is better. If it were me, and I was, say, art director of the game, what I would do, and assuming I had the talent to draw, I don't, obviously, just look at my character. You can see that what I would do is just upgrade the textures, upgrade the resolution of the game. Because if you haven't played Pocket Mirror before, when the game pops up, it's actually like a 598 by 598 kind of like pixel screen. It's very small. And then you have to full screen it, which effectively like makes everything, it decreases the quality of the art. So what I would have done was just go, alright, two things. Increase quality of the art, make it more HD. Don't change anything with regards to character design. And just change, and the other thing to change would just be the contrast in the very dark areas, so that we can still see our characters, so that we don't accidentally get stuck in dead ends and wonder where the hell we are and why the rest of the map isn't moving. So that's all I want to say. Apart from that, this game is phenomenal. I will be playing more, obviously. I'll be playing more kind of indie games, and this Pocket Mirror game will be one of my benchmarks for certain in terms of quality. And yeah, that's all I've got to say, really. My name is Mayhemstar, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye.